Hello, this is Tien. So I want to talk about my rosacea. Warning, right now I'm going to show some pictures of myself that are graphic, of a graphic nature, so be aware. Yeah, anyway, what I used to look like. I know I talk a lot of what I used to look like, and I have yet to show any pictures because my apologies, I've yet to figure out how to use an editing software to actually show my what I used to look like. So I did print out some pictures of myself. So here is my rosacea when I had it on my cheeks and my forehead. Um, Pretty uncomfortable, heat sensitive, itchy, flaring. There were days when I would literally think about my cheeks being hot and I couldn't think of anything else. Those were hard times. Anyway, I don't look like that now. The worst I get is a little bit of dry patchiness on my eyebrows and my eyelids, and that's about it. So well before I had my rosacea, I actually had skin lesions. Skin lesions that were so bad, and again, another warning, this is a graphic picture, so turn away if you don't want to see. So this is what my body used to look like. Trying to not have the glare on the picture. I had skin lesions on my shoulders, arms, underarms. I'll drop this now. It's a little uncomfortable even for me to look at. On my bra line, my back. And what was funny about these skin lesions that they were quite symmetrical. I mean, the sides were uneven, but the fact that they were symmetrical really flummoxed my dermatologist. I mean, she couldn't understand it, which was kind of funny in some ways because all she could do basically was tell me to put creams and stuff on. Anyway, those are what I used to look like. I suffered from the skin lesions for years before I had my rosacea. But here's the funny thing about skin lesions, that you can wear clothes and cover it up. Nobody else knows that they exist. I had to be careful about what I wore. I couldn't wear tight-fitting clothes because that would, of course, overheat and make my condition worse. The skin lesions are gone now. Even the scars are gone. Yeah, I don't even know. You don't even know that they even ever existed. But anyway, like I said, I went to see dermatology. I saw just regular general doctors. Of course, they referred to me to dermatology. They referred me to an allergist. I saw an allergist. So basically what I was getting from them was take pills. Doxycycline was a major one. I can't seem to find that bottle anymore. I used to have some. I took it for 1 to 2, possibly 3 months, and I admit it did help, but the condition was still there. And antibiotics in any manner, even if it's a low dose one, is not a good thing. So anyway, let me dive into what I'm here to show you. The stuff, the medications, the creams, ointments that I used to use to deal with my symptoms of rosacea. So reading glasses, you know. What is this? Oh gosh, prednisone. So prednisone, I prescribed this in 2012 by an MD. Used orally for 5 days. I don't remember how many I used. Oh, you know what? It says 5. I never touched this stuff. I remember my vet prescribing it to our older dog when he had a lot of allergies and itchiness, and we would give him the prednisone, and he would go into these massive hunger attacks. I mean, he was a very well-behaved dog, very docile, very obedient, and and within an hour of taking prednisone, he would dive into trash cans and go after food because he was so ravenously hungry. And they prescribed this to me, and remembering, I think we had to look into the records as to what we gave our dog back then. And we're like, oh my gosh, it's the same stuff. I don't want to take it. So no, I'm surprised I still have the bottle. More as a kind of a reminder about what I was going through. But anyway, so a little bit down memory lane there. Let's see, what else was I given? I was given Mupersin. So I don't know if you can read it from here. Mupersin, 2%. So I used a lot of it at one point. Yeah, I used quite a bit of it. I don't think it was that expensive, but let me read this. It's used to treat certain skin infections, stopping the growth of certain bacteria. Oh, it's an antibiotic. It works by stopping the growth of certain bacteria. I don't exactly remember it helping a whole lot. I think it was more a hoping to help. And I think at the time I was so sensitive and so desperate. Put anything on, and to my brain, it helped. But in the long run, it didn't do a whole lot because, of course, I stopped using it. Because, yeah, I still have it around. Anyway, okay, so that's that. Let me put this aside. Ooh, there we go. Oh, see if I can even pronounce this thing. Oh, that's the Mupersin bottle. Okay, let me try this again. Triamcinolone, if I'm saying that right, acetonide, 0.025%. Now, obviously that wasn't enough because I went to 0.1%. That's quite a bit more than 0.025% that I started with. Yeah, this is all of that stuff that I actually never ended up using. I'll read this to you. This medicine is a corticosteroid used to reduce itching, redness, and swelling associated with many skin conditions. It may also be used to treat other conditions as determined by your doctor. Now, that's fine. It's corticosteroid. Okay, it's on the skin. But, of course, knowing full well, anything that is on the skin can, of course, seeps into your body at some point. What concerns me is this part. Let me see if I can find that. You can experience skin thinning. And I remember vividly, and I don't remember, or I don't know where that's written, but I remember vividly, I was told, use it for a couple weeks and then take a break. So it thins the skin. So don't always use it. That was concerning. Anyway, so there's that. Let me put this stuff in my basket of stuff. Okay, so that was something. Again, a steroid product. Yeah, I had a regimen of things, and I would try and use, and they would kind of work, and then kind of not, and then I would stop using it. Here's a blast from the past. So this is called Elidel. Let me show you a better one. Elidel. This was before I had health insurance. And I remember the doctor saying, you don't have health insurance, you have to pay full price for this. $167. Ouch. So let me see when I was prescribed this one. Oh yeah, 2013. As needed. I think again the same warning as the other one. The skin thinning thing. I couldn't always use it. I had to use it for certain flare-ups and whatnot, and that was it. So yeah, that was expensive. Anyway, okay, let me move on. Whew. Hydrocortisone creams. Fun. Here's the over-the-counter medicine. You can buy this at any drugstore, grocery store, whatever. 1%. So I had multiple of these containers. I bought the you know, the big 25% extra bonus ones because I used it a lot. Had used those, and then of course they prescribed me the hydrocortisone creams at, was it 2.5%? So more intense than the over-the-counter stuff. Prescribed that quite a bit. So yeah, here's all the other stuff. You know, throw that in there. Yeah, that's mu%. Okay. So hydrocortisone creams helped. Again, it's a symptomatic issue. Let me find, there's some more. Oh, here's another one. I use a lot too. Fluconamide ointment. What is this? 0.5%. Again, I had a bunch of it, but never quite busted into it because it just, again, symptoms, only worked for so long, so much, and that was, it is what it is. Dermatologist recommended creams. Vanicream was one. I don't think I ever got Vanicream. I don't remember why. But Aquaphor. This stuff. I had this stuff all over the house. This is basically Vaseline, but not as thick as Vaseline. So you can see here, it's basically like wax. And this is what I put on my skin to keep it from drying out so much. Again, topical. Tubs of the stuff all over the place. Okay. Vitamin E oil. I discovered this on my own. This is great. This is I think I stopped using this about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. It can be messy because of course it's an oil, so I had to keep it in a package of Ziploc baggies and paper so that when it leaked, it didn't contaminate everything else around it. But vitamin E oil, very neutral. Again, helping to keep the skin from drying out too much. Again, I had these all over the house, on my desk, at work, in my car even. Anyway, use that to help the skin from drying out too much. And then on top of that, I had my very trusty chapstick. Yes, people looked at me funny when I used chapstick on my face. I would do that. I would just, you know, just mark up my face with chapstick. Anyway, the point of these products was to deal with the symptoms. And seeing what I'm seeing from other people talk about using medications and things like cilantro, horse paste, Vanicream, it concerns me because it sounds like it's the go-to and that's it. This is gonna cure me. This is gonna heal me. This is gonna keep me from going insane. Granted, that is absolutely true. Deal with symptoms as they are symptoms. Recognizing full well if you don't heal, there's something else going on. And for me, it was my suppressed emotions. I talked about my first emotional clearing on another video, the closet incident. Anyway, once I figured out that was an issue and I cleared it, and then it just kind of, it cleared my face for a day, and I was like, wow, this is it. It has nothing to do with this basket of stuff. This stuff is for symptoms. Symptoms that manage the pain, manage the heat and the flare-ups and the itching, and helps you stay sane. That's fine. But at some point, you gotta look at it for something else. stress. You never know what stress can do to you. So stress causes something called cortisol in your body. And cortisol does things to different people. For me, made my skin break out. Skin lesions, rosacea, whatnot. So just a heads up. It's okay to deal with symptoms. Just at some point, recognize that the symptoms aren't going to completely go away. You're going to be reliant on the basket of stuff for the rest of your life. And how much money you're spending on those products and how much time you are taking to put those on every day, every morning, every night, during the night. Oh, I was up at night putting stuff on all the time. I don't do that anymore. I got to the crux of my issues, which are my emotional stressors, and I cleared them. How I cleared them, that's a whole nother ball of wax on its own. Wax, yeah, anyway. But anyway, so that's, in a nutshell, that's what I have. So good luck on your healing journeys, and hopefully they will eventually get to the healing point that I have gotten for myself. Going back to relying on the products. I was there. I remember what it was like to think, oh my gosh, this is going to heal me. This is it. This is going to help me. And then I'm trying something in a week or two, even a month later, and it's still there, if not getting worse. So just recognize that there could be more underneath than just the layers of stuff and the medications that everybody tells you to use or advises you to use. And people are rosacea type this or type that, and the characteristics and whatnot. The skin is an organ. The skin is the largest organ in your body. Actually, it's on your body. It covers your body. It protects you. But there's something going on inside, and it's affecting the skin. That's pretty major. And for over 3 years, I've really dug deep to heal myself. And this is where I am. So where I used to be was here. Where I used to be was here. And this is where I am today. So blessings. Happy healing journey.